Alright guys, in this video I'm going to break down how to blitz out of the quarter 3 deep shell, and we're going to focus primarily on two plays. That's going to be the 1 dB blitz and 3 deep blitz. Now you can recreate this. These are just the easiest two to blitz out of. So we're going to show the 3 deep blitz first. Now when running this, we are going to base align and show blitz just like we were. So you're going to base align, show blitz. Yeah. It'll act right here in a second, probably. Alright. So once you get this look where everybody's in the box like they would normally be, you want to crash the defensive line to the right, and then blitz the middle linebacker and motion him or move him over just like you were to stop the run. You'll then QB contain, and now you have a 6-man blitz that should either get B gap or A gap, and occasionally even outside pressure. So this is a 6-man blitz, but it's designed really to get pressure on your opponent when they're not expecting it. You're running this defense and you're forcing your opponent into thinking it's a coverage D the entire time, and then you'll mix this in every once in a while just to get a crazy little blitz. So as you see, you're going to get that B-gap pressure by the linebacker every single time, or if they start line shifting, which you never know, some people do. If they line shift, so it'll come A-gap or B-gap by the defensive end. So you could do this to the other side, though, if you're feeling froggy. You could blitz to the right and do the same thing, and this time it's going to come linebacker B-gap from the right. So it is a 6-man blitz. It's not something you want to run every down, but it's definitely something that you can mix in. Now you do the same exact concept out of any play. So that was that. We'll go ahead, let's see, we'll come out in the play 1 dB blitz. So we're going to set it up, crash him, QB contain, and now we're good. You'll see that B gap pressure is going to come in every single time. What you can also do is say, they're audibling, they're no huddling up and down the field. If you want to, you can do this out of any play, as I mentioned. You just have to blitz those corners. So we'll go ahead. This time we'll set it up the exact same way. Blitz, blitz, contain, and you're golden. So it's a little bit longer of a setup, but the pressure will still work, as you see right there. So that is one way to blitz out of this, and that's going to just be the standard, 6-man blitz. Additionally, you could recreate this concept where you're moving a guy out and the contain is going to take the tackle. You then have the corner coming in on his angle. So you could do something like this, and then spy the opposite end. This is something I do mix in every once in a while. We'll go ahead and show it to you here. So you'll see you're going to get that corner off the edge, and it gives you the one extra guy in coverage. So it's a good thing to mix in every once in a while. The issue with it is your opponent seems to know when it's coming. So once again, just move this guy out. We'll blitz him. You could even bluff blitz this spy if you wanted to. So you see right here, the corner was coming in free, got picked up at the last second. So I mean, you can mix and match. You can do it to either side. Now that concept works phenomenal out of the plays with the stock blitzes, because you don't really have to worry about if it's coming, if it's not. So the play I personally use when doing this is the 1 dB blitz. Let's see, that we're called a random play, so I got to see what it actually is. We'll go ahead, we'll audible. Alright, so you baseline to show blitz, simply move this guy out, and you can really mess with your opponent because with the same play, we're typically zoning these guys out. So in this case, we're just going to blitz this guy. We could, spy, flat. We're rushing 4 people. And you see we get the A-gap pressure by the linebacker. That typically will only happen against under center, but I mean you could see you could do it from either side. You just simply move this guy out, blitz the linebacker, spy. I ran the ball. Good times. So, anyways, though, I mean that's pretty much how this blitz scheme works. Let's see, what play are we in this time? We'll finalize the video with this. So, go ahead, we'll show blitz, baseline show blitz, move the guy out. You can put him in whatever zones you want. Move this guy out if you want to blitz him. Blitz the linebacker. So it would look like this. You could spy the end if you're feeling froggy. But you see that the corner is going to come in untouched. And when you start mixing everything in together, it's really an annoying scheme to beat because, as I've mentioned, you can't run the ball. You can't really pass the ball down the field, so you're forced to dink and dunk all the way down the field. And when you start getting randomly blitzed, it throws a complete wrench into it, and you're able to jump routes really well out of this and defend people that like to playmaker. So that is why this defense has really taken over the Madden community, and it's definitely something that you guys need in your plays.